Howdy friends and family, thank you so much for joining me. This is week 13, day 3 in the series that I'm doing with Christ Memorial Lutheran Church about knowing God. And this week we are talking about how the Lord is our shepherd. And so far I have talked about how he is our Yahweh Ra'ah, our friend, our caretaker, our shepherd, who loves us and comes after us no matter what we say, do, think, or where we go. He always loves us. So if he is the shepherd, that means we are the sheep in this analogy. And sheep are helpless and defenseless. They are big, fluffy cotton balls who really have no way to fight back against anything. And that's why they flock together, because numbers can mean strength. But alone, sheep are completely helpless. And even in a flock, there is no secure protection. Now you might be thinking, wait, I am not helpless. Maybe you have been trained in martial arts, or you have thick skin, you have built up some sort of strength, some sort of protection, and you're thinking, I am not helpless. Well, this might be true. You might be physically or mentally strong, but the truth of the matter is we are all spiritually weak. Spiritually, we are like sheep. We are utterly helpless on our own, and we do not have the strength to stand up to sin and temptation, and that leads to death, which is eternal separation from God. We cannot defend ourselves against this, which is why we need a shepherd to protect us. John 14, verses 11 through 14 say, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, since he is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep, leaves them and runs away when he sees a wolf coming. The wolf then snatches and scatters them. This happens because he is a hired hand and doesn't care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. So Jesus is our shepherd. We've talked about that already. But what he gives us as our shepherd is protection. In fact, he gives us the ultimate protection, the cross. He knew that no matter what we did, how strong and how healthy our physical and mental selves are, that we would still be spiritually weak, which would lead to death, eternal separation from God. And so, to rectify that, he died on the cross, defeating sin, death, and the devil, giving us eternal life, giving that to those who believe, so that we would be saved and that we might be made strong through him. We are weak and helpless sheep. We cannot do anything to fend off the wolf. We cannot stop the wolf, which is the metaphor for sin, death, the devil. We cannot stop that from coming into our lives and destroying us. We do not have that strength. But our shepherd does, and he stands between us, the weak, helpless sheep, and the wolf who is coming to destroy us. He stands between us, protecting us, so that instead of receiving death, which comes from sin, we receive life through his death. And instead of the death that comes through our spiritual weakness, we receive life that comes with his spiritual strength. So remember that this week, that Jesus is your shepherd, and he protects you. He died on the cross for you to protect you and to give you life through him and to give you strength through him. Remember that. If you're memorizing Psalm 23, verses 1 through 4, this is your reminder to do that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.